Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be on the Dragonheir Silent Gods video. In today's video, I'm going to show you my team that it's pretty much free-to-play friendly that beats stage 14 of the Grave of Venom. And, I'm pretty excited about this one. Even though I already released a video where I beat stage 10, that one had Mistrasia. Well, this one has, mostly free-to-obtain legendaries or heroes or some different options that could replace what I have in this team, but let's check this one out. So before I jump in the video, as always, I do want to remind you that there's a content creator gala going on right now where you can vote for me as your favorite content creator every single day logging in. If you do choose to do that, there's a link in the description. Also, you can see the code at the top. Odd1, you can use that to bind to me as your content creator. If you do decide to spend after binding, I do get like 2% off of that, but you don't have to spend. I'm never encouraging people to spend. I just want to be as transparent as possible. Also, you get some free stuff as soon as you introduce the code, plus have hundreds of promo codes still available up until like the 10th of October, I think, or the 1st of October they're available. So make sure you jump in my Discord and DM me so I can give you some more free codes. But let's jump into the video and let's jump into the team. We might even do the challenge as well, but for now, let's just straight up look at the team that I'm using. So this team, like I mentioned, is pretty much free-to-play friendly or free-to-play friendly-ish because it has Urion as the tank. It has, Thorin as the healer. You know what? I just chose to go with Thorin because he's pretty strong. The reason why Thorin is so amazing is because of the fact that not only does he bring amazing healing, but he has this passive that makes your tank be even harder to kill, right? As the beta start marks and enhances the first ally in front, granting them 20% of the cleric's max HP and defense. So the more HP and defense you have, the more he's gonna give to Urion. So that's gonna help him a ton to keep him alive. Then we have Venom as the damage dealer, right? The epic is actually pretty good. Then we have Losenia as the one that has Witch's Remains, but Losenia could also be Rava. And then the last one for some healing, some shielding is going to be Felocia. Now, honestly, I have a strong feeling, and I personally do believe that Felocia might not be mandatory. Instead of Felocia, I think you're pretty safe to say that you could use, in her spot, you could use a, Gillian, right? Maybe after this fight, I'm gonna try and put Gillian in the team instead of Felocia and see how it goes. I've not tested it much because I just got Gillian yesterday, right? She's amazing. She's an amazing support. But the thing that I honestly really like about this fight, because normally as my frost damage dealer, I normally use Oster. I just love the fact that Venom is ideal for this fight, right? Because his ultimate, what it does, it targets, it hits the targets and then it bounces between them. If they have frost, that explodes and does more damage. And as you can see, he can kill them pretty well. And that makes lots of sense because unless you have somebody that does full board damage, like a Vitar, right? It's a little bit more difficult to try and target the ones towards the back because for some reasons in this fight, they always choose to just focus in the front one, right? Never kill the ones in the back. But in this combination between Losenia and Venom, they hit enough of them that they slowly, deal more damage. And obviously, the more you kill the wisps or whatever, I think they're called wisps, right? The more you kill these orbs that the Harpy summons, the more you survive. Because when the boss does the ultimate, you see there's a lot of hits coming. The more there are out there, the more attacks the boss does. But all in all, this team looks pretty good. It works pretty okay, considering the fact, again, we're just kept at level 59 for now. You only have some legendary, right? The builds are not going to be ideal. I'm going to show them at the end, but you're going to see that the builds are nowhere near being ideal because of the fact that obviously I've not farmed a ton, right? I've not farmed a ton because there was not, there wasn't a ton of stamina to be able to farm this. As we all know, beginnings of the season, you're pretty limited on stamina. You want to use it everywhere. You want to do on the right stuff. There's also the Cave Raider, right? Cave Raider that's happening right now that has some rewards. So that's pretty much what I wanted to focus. Don't forget about that. That's pretty important. And, that's why the gear might not be ideal. But you know what? I made it work with whatever I had. So this one should be dying pretty soon. As soon as we kill another one of the orbs, the fight is over, right? Unless, it's going to take a bit because of the shields. But it doesn't matter how long it takes, right? If you're just at a point where you want to farm this a little bit towards the beginning, up until you get to the other one, you put it, times 4, and then you're good to go. You can fail once or twice, but still, it worked pretty fine. You saw I was good. There was no issue of me being like, oh my god, yep, it's gonna fail. Oh, what's gonna happen? Nope, it worked just fine. And as you can see, main damage dealer Vidimir, right? OPOP, the secret weapon, the busted damage dealer is Vidimir, then Losenia, and then a little bit of damage between everybody else. Now, let me show you the timings. There's not a lot of timings. One only thing that I actually did was I made, what's his name, Urion and Felocia kind of like try and alternate their ultimates, because Felocia brings shields on her ultimate, and then Oster also brings shields, and unfortunately doesn't seem like these ones stack. They kind of replace each other, so I said, you know what, alternating them, it kind of allowed me to survive more, right? It allowed me to survive more, I guess, and that's the only thing I did. Maybe if I wanted to actually make it ideal, I could make it, okay, she starts at 11, I can make him go at 21, right? So that when one's kind of like over, the other one goes, but because of the fact that obviously he soaks up a lot of damage, doing it at 18 should be just fine for him. But let me quickly show you the builds, and then I guess at the end I'm gonna try and see, you know, how it looks, if it would work just by swapping gear from Felocia to what's her name, to oh my god, Gillian, right? So first of all, talents. Everybody has some talents, you know. Okay, let me just give Felocia some more. She doesn't have max ones. But you see, pretty much everybody has the talents that we have available currently. Now, when we're looking at the builds, obviously everybody's going to be fully skilled up, right? If you're going to look, everybody's fully skilled up. The gearing, we're going to have Losenia and obviously Witch's Remains. And then I could manage to get myself a Gambler set, right? Even though this is not ideal, this is HP flat. It's just, I said, you know what? Let me just get a Gambler because I can sort of make a set out of it and it worked just fine. Then we have ourselves Thorin. Thorin is in mishmash piece of gear, right? There's no gear combination. Just focused on him Enlightenment and HP, right? Because that's what his healing goes off of. Mostly it's Enlightenment and then targets max HP. But once there's gonna be some more talents, HP can boost his healing as well. And then for Artifact, I choose to go with a Rift Hourglass, just so that he can do his healings more often, especially at the beginning, so Urian doesn't proc his passive, you know, on the first clip. Because if he does it, it can be tricky and it can fail. So that's why I went with this one. But if your Urian survives enough, just go Everlasting Diamond so that, what's his name? Thorin gives as much healing as possible, or whichever other artifact you have, maybe Mirror of the Living. This one can go as well. Then Urion, he's actually has a Frost Taint set, even though he's not gonna land this effect because he doesn't have enough accuracy. I just focus whatever gave him the most HP and defense percent so he can survive. That's his only goal in this fight. Survive so we can kill the boss. And then I gave him Drogo's Blast Shot. You don't necessarily need this one, but if you don't have this one, you can go with Scarab Amulet. This is going to be really good. Just make sure you focus in with a ton of defense if you go with the Amulet, because every 45 seconds he can put a shield on himself and can keep himself alive, or Mask of the Lark if you're going to have lots of buffs. You know, there's different options. You're just going to lose on a few stats over here for substat, but it's only 7%, right? So it's not the end of the world. Then we have, what's her name? We have Felocia with Aurelion Vest, then Enlightenment, then whatever gives me more Enlightenment, and that's pretty much what I focused, right? Because all of her shields are based off target max HP and Enlightenment. That's all you want on her. 100% Aurelion Vest if you have it, because this is ideal. If not, then you can go with the Element Star Artifact, which everybody should grab, right? You can go with this one because at least it gives you more Enlightenment, and then it increases the duration and the size of the shield, right? If you don't have the vest. And then Vidimir is our damage dealer again, attack percent, crit rate, and then whatever gave me some decent stats. You can see this one's useless. It just, again, completed my Gambler set. This is the only thing I can make a set out of, so that's what I went for. But pretty much you want to make sure you're close to 100% crit rate, and then squeeze as much attack and crit damage as you can, and that's your team. And then I do have Ring of Winter on my Vidimir. If you don't have, you know, any of these exclusive artifacts, whichever artifact gives you the most damage, that's what you're gonna go for. A good example could be the Horseshoe, right? This one's really good, gives you lots of crit damage and attack. You might just need to squeeze some more crit rate from other pieces of gear. But yeah, that's pretty much the team. Like I said, let me just quickly swap in this and come back at the end and see, does it work if I just straight up swap Gillian with Felocia or not? So let me just swap the gears. I guess we're gonna see each other at the end. Let me see actually what artifact do I put. Let's go with Gatekeeper Staff so we get some more skill haste. But yeah, I'm gonna come back at the end to wrap things up to see if it works or not. So I guess see you in a bit. Okay, so it seems it just works, right? It works just fine, unless, yep, unless I was just gonna say, unless it kind of like, you know, drops towards the end. The only key thing to keep in mind, I should still be able to finish it. You still want to make sure you alternate the healings between Gillian and Thorin a little bit, because if you do them all at the same time, again, you kind of like have a period where you have no healing and you might die. But it still worked, even went faster, as you can see a little bit. So the only quick swap that I did is I actually gave her the Everlasting Diamond, and I just made her do the ultimate like a few seconds later. Do keep in mind her ultimate is on a 23-second recharge time. Wait a second, why is she not... did I not fully skill her up? Bruh. Okay, this might help. I'm so dumb. I was like, I thought she was on 20. Okay, this is gonna make it even easier. 23 seconds was high. Now at 20, this should be easier. So the way that you would do, you would alternate healings between Thorin and between Gillian. So you'd have Thorin do his healing first, and then you would put Gillian to go after, right? But do keep in mind that Thorin might go faster because of the what's it called, the hourglass, but it should still be able to work. Now, I guess, should I just try and do the challenge one? Because I think the challenge one should be pretty similar, right? Like just keep the same buffs, throw in the same team, and I should still be able to do it. I guess let me just come back at the end to show you if this exact same team, right? I'm still gonna keep Gillian in there. Let's see if this exact same team, how far is it gonna get for me? Is it gonna be able to only beat the challenge level 1, or will I be able to do stage 2? So I guess I'll come back at the end of this. Again, I'm not gonna keep you to bore you to death because it's, you know, same team, same principle, same whatever. Just gonna come back at the end and tell you like, yes, I did challenge 1 or challenge 2. Honestly, it looks like challenge 1 should be pretty easy. I'm just not sure if challenge 2 I will be able to do as well, but again, see you at the end. Okay, so it seems for challenge 2 I just don't have enough stats, but you know what, I'm not gonna worry too much about it, because tomorrow for the second stage of the challenge we're gonna be getting ourselves, you know, higher levels, right? Once we start unlocking challenge level 2, at least, you know, at least for my point, when the next one's unlocking 3 days, but day 2, which it says over challenge 2, which says over here, should allow us to unlock, should allow us to be able to have higher level, right? In 18 hours, I can go higher level, should make it easier to keep ourselves alive. But that pretty much covers it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this team, because you know what, like I said, it's pretty much free to play, unless, apart from Losenia, which, you know, is the legendary that I chose for Frost Enable, but she can be replaced by Rava easily, right? They do similar stuff, just maybe Losenia does a tiny bit more damage, or maybe even not. Apart from that, you're good to, you know, you're good to go with a free-to-play friendly team as long as you have, you know, those similar builds and similar artifacts. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel to see when I upload next. Again, don't forget to use code OddOne that you see at the top to support me as a content creator if you want to. Also, don't forget to vote for me as your favorite content creator if you want to. If not, that's okay. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.